Warning: the following podcast show that you're about to listen to will include explicit language and content in which you, the members of the audience, may find offensive. Audience discretion is advised.
Welcome to another episode of the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience.
Yeah, boy.
Where anything and everything is a subject matter on the show, and no subject matter is ever taboo.
Damn, that's what's up with you.
And now, your host with the most, Mr. Kim Hoang. Bro, am I getting paid for this?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How in the world are you? This is your boy Kim Hoang, the Asian sensation, and I'm here once again creating great content here that is the kitchen called the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience, coming at you live all the way over in the KU Dungeon in Annapolis Junction, Maryland, aka Kicked Up Fitness off of National Business Parkway. Shout out to my boy Sean Queen, who is the owner and proprietor of this establishment. Sir, first and foremost, as always, my brother, I want to say thank you for the space. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the fact that you support creativity, as a whole, not only with what I do with podcasting, but you support actors and so forth, and just being involved in that industry. It's incredible, man. So again, thank you so much. I love you, bro. Like, I really do. And thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you for the love and support, and just thank you for giving me advice, whether or not if I needed it or not. So thank you. It's nice, it's beautiful, depending on when you're listening to it. We are literally almost 24 hours away from Easter. A beautiful Saturday afternoon here in, the DMV, which is the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. And I love it, man. It's great. It's really great. Got a chance to relax for a little bit today. Earlier before this, I actually had a chance to do another recording of an episode with my man Omar J Richter, aka OZ. So look, depending on when this is released, check out that episode, or check the episode out on a future episode near you. So it's great. We actually spent some time, about an hour and a half, kicking it, doing stuff, talking about life, and we were talking about, without getting too much into it, but mostly about martial arts and his experiences, and the recent what's going on, because he was a past guest on my show. So it was a continuation piece, and round 3 of that will, I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And I'm pretty excited about it, because I feel like there's a lot more to talk about, especially in the world of creativity and the subject of creativity. It's definitely going to happen. Pretty jazzed about it. And also, as a spoiler alert, or news alert, I actually will be interviewing his 4 sons at the same time, because they're all great creative people, young men that love music, that do their thing with that, and they also do acting as well, so they're up and coming. And I can't wait to really, pick their minds, especially when it comes to the acting aspect. I really want to know more about, how they cut their teeth into the art, and how they found out about it, and why they decided to pursue it in the way that they do, and maybe ask the question of, like, where do you want to go? Do you want to do this a little bit more for the long term and be in like local film projects that would probably lead into bigger opportunities of acting in the major motion picture industry, or do you want to kind of stay a little bit in the lanes of local film, or stage, or whatever? So I can't wait, but I will say this though, four young men in their teenage years, and one of them is not even a teenager yet, but there's a lot that's going on there, so I can't wait. It's going to be fun. This is something that I've been looking forward to, because I've had an opportunity to reach out to a young man that I've known basically, his whole life, basically, essentially. He is the nephew of one of my good friends, Corey, aka Corey Palooza. And, we reached out and, we're going to go ahead and try to do, an attempt at making a cool episode. I mean, if for anything, I think it's going to be a blast, because I feel like this is going to be like more of a reunion thing, if anything, and I'm really excited about it. And obviously we're going to go ahead and talk to him. We're going to see what's going on and everything, and etc., etc. So ladies and gentlemen, for the one time here over in the KU dungeon, I got my man Trevor J, who is in the building. Trevor, what's going on, big time?
Nothing much, man. I mean, shit.
I feel you, man. I feel you. And like I said, when I picked you up, I was like, man, you grew.
I'm a grown man now.
Yeah, you are. You're not that young boy anymore. You a young man, grown, doing his thing. And what you said, like you're going to be turning 24.
Turning 24 on Easter.
Yeah.
24 hours from now.
Yeah, literally. Congratulations, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, unfortunately, there's some people that don't even make it, that long, but, you're determined, you still have a lot of purpose. You want to find that purpose. And it's just great to see that you're out and about and moving, and, that you're breathing and that you're well.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. I mean, I appreciate you mentioning, it's glad that I'm breathing. You're glad that I'm breathing.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, there's some people that aren't here,
Yeah.
that I knew.
Yeah.
Didn't make it this far.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to be here. Their memory is always here.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to keep it pushing,
Right on.
Yeah.
So let's just dive into this, man. There's a whole bunch of questions I'm dying to ask, because well, come on now. I mean, it's been years,
Yeah.
So obviously, by natural consensus, I'm going to ask some questions, because it's like, I mean, we've known each other, but we haven't stayed in constant contact, and I think that's unfortunately, that was a bad part. Like, I wish that we could have communicated a little bit.
I always thought
more.
you were cool, though. I mean,
I appreciate that.
I thought you were awesome.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm just like, I'm just the dude next door. I'm still Kimber Higgins. I'm just, a little bit older now and a little bit wider now. But so let's be real. I mean, you get older, you gain a little weight. I mean, it happens. It happens. So let's talk into it. I mean, I do remember back in the day, you were living in Severn with your grandparents, Poppy and Nana, and God bless them, and God rest, Mr. Brad's soul. I know that he passed away, and
Rest in peace, Poppy.
so my heart sank with the family. So, to all the Gillises out there and so forth, just know that I was with you in spirit, even though I couldn't be there in person. But yeah, Mr. Brad, you were a real one, and I love you.
He
man.
was. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
And it was that you were growing up over in Severn. It was you and your mom, your grandparents. Somewhere along the line, your Uncle Keith was there, and
Corey
Corey
we
was
had a
there.
full house.
Yeah, that was the full house. The full house of Severn, Maryland, man.
Absolutely. My God.
What was it like, just growing up in that packed house, man? There was a lot that was going on in them parts.
I mean, I was switching between the attic and the basement. Not good spots, especially in that house. Mm-hmm. That house was creepy, I can't lie.
Okay.
Especially the basement with the tile and
I never, you know what? I never really objected to the basement. I always thought the basement was like, it wasn't bad. Obviously, it was the coolest place in the house during the summer, because that
absolutely
it did get a lot of good
coming
AC.
in, get some freeze pops, some Capri Suns, all that.
Yeah.
During the cookouts.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even when Corey had her hangouts, she had them in the basement.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't feel bad having all those people down there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, when it was just me sleeping in a bed down there.
No. Next thing you're going to tell me is like, man, I thought I saw a motherfucking ghost there. Paranormal activities.
Yes, absolutely. In that, I remember even in the attic, I used to see a shadow man in my doorway.
Shut up, man. Are you serious?
I used to have to run through it to go to my mom's room across the hallway.
Oh no!
And be like, the man is back.
Oh God!
That house has some stuff to it, definitely. But that basement, it just gave off creepy basement vibes. So you got the black soot on the floor, on the tiles, You're sitting there trying to sleep. I put the blanket over my head. You just hear the dripping off in the distance. You got the laundry room down here.
Right.
You got the living room over here.
Right.
But it's not even a living room. There's just a couch in a dark corner.
Damn.
It was honestly terrifying.
But I think for the most part, though, like that house, though, was a refuge for a lot of people.
Absolutely. It was such a cornerstone in the whole Gilles family and people that were connected to that family.
Right.
The Gilles cookouts were a cornerstone.
Oh, dude, it was epic.
Awesome.
It was epic.
Poppy throwing burgers and hot dogs on the grill. You got the pool open over here.
Right.
That concrete pad with the tables and the canopy. I mean, what a time, honestly.
Yeah.
It's core memories for me, honestly.
That was one of the best times out there, I think, was like, every time, in the spring and the summer when they had the barbecue going. I'm telling you, everybody and their mothers, all the way to Dundalk came out in that Mickey Flicky.
They would drive 45 minutes to 50 minutes
come
out to them Gilles cookouts.
Hell yeah.
Boy, every summer weekend we had a cookout and a bonfire.
Yes.
What a time to be there, man.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
And, and God bless your grandparents because they were so cool. They were great people. They were just like, we don't care what you do. But as long as you're safe and as long as you don't do anything stupid.
You don't destroy anything.
You don't destroy anything. If I still have a foundation in the house, you're on good Gilles credit.
If someone needed somewhere to stay, we got couches.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Poppy's couch. But
Don't touch that. No. Oh my God. And God help you if you were that victim. If
it was your first time there and Poppy caught you, all he had to say was get up.
Yeah, get up. And then, if you done messed up again, get the fuck up. Yeah.
He would let you know you don't interrupt Poppy's sleeping space.
No, hell no, you don't. No, that's why. And I almost learned that the hard way because the first time that I ever went to that house in general, because Corey and I, we would always, if you remember, we would always go to the Maryland local music scene concerts and so forth. So I'm about to go ahead and sit on Poppy's chair, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Wait, what? What's going on here? Don't sit your Asian ass over there. That's my dad's chair. You fuck that up. You may not even live to see tomorrow."
Oh, good Lord, that's so true.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like looking at her funny, and I'm looking at the couch, and I'm looking at her funny again. I'm like, to keep the peace, I'm going to go here.
They had two couches, Poppy's chair, but the couch on the wall also had Poppy's spot on it. If you decided to change, you would know because that cushion was indented.
And there was a lounge chair that was next, like close enough to the TV where where your nanny used to sit a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was like and it was like I felt like okay, I can't mess with Mr. Brad's chair.
Absolutely
That's just that's just grounds for like you're just going to get shot. And I can't really sit on the queen's chair, even though if I did, I probably won't catch as much flack, but try to stay away from that chair. Yeah. So all I had left was like, all right, it's either couch A or couch B. So
half of couch A, and then you got entirety of couch B.
Yeah, exactly right.
He had a different sleeping spot every night, and honestly, when it came to the cookouts, his sleeping spot was outside on the lawn chair.
Oh damn!
Right next to the bonfire.
Yeah,
glasses on his chest.
That's right. Oh my God. Those were some great times that I
The
missed.
Gilles family cookouts cannot be topped.
No, it cannot.
It cannot. What a great time. You'd have your fallouts every now and then, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, everyone always had a spot to stay.
Yeah.
Poppy never slept in his bed.
No,
Never
he
did.
didn't. Never
No.
did.
So, I mean, if someone needed a bed alone, 2 people used to sleep in his bed. I mean, what a time, man.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And I know, like, since that time, I mean, obviously, somebody now resides in that house.
Yeah, they're still family. Yeah, family resides in that house. I've drove past it a few times. Actually, when I was going to my Loath concert actually a year ago for my birthday.
Okay.
I drove by and I went around, the loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stopped in and I said hi to Miss Jones. Love Miss Jones. Always.
Oh, man,
I mean,
the Joneses.
whenever we would cook out, we would give them food.
Yeah.
They'd pop out, say hi to everyone in the pool.
Yeah.
What a time.
I heard that Mr. Jones passed away.
He did, sadly.
Oh.
It was about like 5 years ago, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I mean, Miss Jones even came to Poppy's memorial. When she saw me, she said pretty much what you said. She said, "Who am I looking at?"
Yeah, right. right.
And she was like, "Oh my goodness, this is the little boy that used to just do cannonballs into the pool
That's right.
and would just come over and help out with yard work." Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
But no, rest in peace, Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
What a great man.
Yeah.
And he left the money he had to buy Mrs. Jones her dream car, a Jaguar.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
She has her Jaguar.
Is she still there in that house?
Yes, she is.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing woman. I stopped in and saw her last year.
Okay.
While I was going to the concert, I told my friends, I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to do this.
Yeah.
And so we stopped by and she was like, oh my God, like you even look different from just the memorial.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I went to the memorial with full head of blonde hair, overalls, Orioles shit on, like this and that.
Right.
But I got more tattoos since then. And she was like, my God.
I'm looking at your tattoos and I'm like, damn, dude, you got a rose on the top of your hand,
Yep.
and there's like a necklace that's attached to it. What looks like an American traditional swallow bird.
It's actually a robin.
Oh, okay.
So if I pull my bracelets up,
Yeah.
it's connected to this. This is a chain.
Okay.
So robins can represent new beginnings.
Okay.
This represents me when I was 18. Mm-hmm. Me breaking away from my mom and starting over.
Okay.
So the rose on my hand is for my best friend that passed away back in 2021.
Okay.
Damn, it'll be 5 years. Fuck.
Yeah, I you know what, I did something very similar where I had a friend of mine that I met through it was an organization for people who was trying to break into the stunt industry. Mm-hmm. And we became really good friends, him and I. We nerded out on a lot of levels. And,
Mm-hmm.
he was a martial artist, I was a martial artist. We both loved watching the UFC. We're big MMA fans. Movies, music, video games, things of that nature. And when he passed away, I think it was 2018. That really took its toll on me, because I was like, dude, that was one of the rare people that I hung out a lot with on a regular basis. And on the following year, while I was working for a promotional tour, where I was like an assistant tour manager, making some money and going to all these different major cities in the U.S.
Yeah.
I actually had enough money where I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a memorial tattoo piece for my friend. And it's located right here on my ribs. It was 2 sessions, and I think it was like a grand total of like maybe 16 hours. Yeah, but it's basically he was a big fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
And Leonardo was his favorite. So I actually have like Samurai Leonardo, like when Turtles Back in Time when they're in Japan and he's dressed up like a samurai. I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, but I want to do some stuff a little bit different. I want him to wear eyeglasses. I want him to wear like a karate belt on, around his shell.
That's so cool.
And and I'll show it to you after this. But it was, at first, I'm like, okay, I've gotten tattooed before, obviously, because of the days when Davey Suicide would come over for the tattoo
in the
parties.
basement. That's what I was talking about, yo.
Yeah, and
he do temporary tattoos on my arms to make me feel involved and stuff.
yeah, just to keep you like hey, you're a part of this too. Just can't do that to you now, but
I wish
you're a part of it. So it's all good. But I thought going into getting my ribs tattooed, I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. But man, once that liner needle hit, I'm like, oh, you son of a, But I had to go ahead and just like put my pride out and just be like, all right, just get this thing done. Do what it takes.
That's how I felt about my neck, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to do 3 shadings on it.
Really? Was it one whole single session?
It was one session.
Right.
So
but he had to shade it like 3 times.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's solid black.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. That looks rough, man. Like, whoa.
My neck was swollen. And the thing is, I got a call halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, we need you at work. I was working at Chili's at the time. I was like, shit.
Oh, wow.
I had to come in immediately after my tattoo session. And, I mean, oh my God, bro. It got to this is the first tattoo I've gotten where he had my head on a pillow. I just turned my face into the pillow for a second. I was like, please let this be over. Like, please. Oh my God. My neck was swollen. The whole right side of my neck was just red.
Now, was that your very first one?
No, my very first professional tattoo was my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did my wrist, I did this one,
Okay.
I have one on my ankle, and then someone started one here, never finished, and then if you look at my finger, I started one on the inside of my finger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't go deep enough. It hurt so bad. It hurt worse than even my neck tattoo. I couldn't.
So would you say that the neck tattoo was like the number one tattoo that hurt a lot?
Yeah.
On the pain scale?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, man.
Just having to sit through all right, after the first shading, he was like, it's gonna start to hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was a little nervous, but I was like, I mean, my first tattoo was on my hand,
Yeah.
this and that.
Yeah. So you kind of felt like, if I can handle my hand getting tattooed, I can pretty much handle anything else.
The second shading hurt. And I was like, ooh. I was like, okay. When he finished, because I felt him get to the end, I was like, all right, he's done. No.
Damn.
He dipped it back in I watched him dip it in the ink thing. I was like, oh my fucking God.
He dipped the needle back in the cap.
I was like, oh no. That was the worst 30 minutes of my fucking life.
I bet. Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah. I mean,
Lord.
The necks hurt. Ribs, you definitely can feel that. The ankle, you'll definitely feel that. Shoulder blade, you definitely will feel that.
I mean, I have another tattoo coming up. I'm getting my left elbow done.
Okay.
So
What are you going to get on your left
I'm getting
elbow?
the Celtic snake going around the ball of my elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get it with green and yellow throughout each scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But after that, I'm gonna get my forearm done again.
Okay.
With Evangelion. It's actually my lock screen. I've been wanting to get it done for years. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the moon right here.
Okay, like in the ditch area.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With the blood shooting up here, she's gonna come around, and then I'm gonna have the full panel of the wings coming all the way to like right here. So it.
Wow, you are a brave man. You are a brave man.
I'm never having an office position.
Okay.
I mean, I got my hand done first.
Yeah, I feel that.
My most expensive tattoo was actually my hand. Without tip, it cost me $300.
God damn.
Yeah. My neck cost me $200. That's the second most expensive.
Where did you get your tattoos done? Like what shop?
These two were not my regular. I went to Big Hot Olive in Chambersburg.
Okay.
For this one, and then my neck, I was in Hagerstown at Old Line in the mall.
Oh yeah,
Valley
yeah,
Mall, yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. That's the one where the guy from Ink Master owns that one.
Yeah.
And he actually won it. He actually won it. Yeah.
But these combined actually only cost me $180.
Okay.
And that was the artist I found in downtown Chambersburg at Black Diamond.
Okay.
And then I got this one on my wrist for free because that was the girl I was talking to at that time, who
God.
also did my eyebrow piercing. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay. Was she an apprentice?
No,
Okay.
no, she was full on.
She was full on. Okay.
Yeah, but rest in peace to her. She did pass away
Oh damn.
a few months back.
Few months back.
Yeah,
Damn.
that sucks. We had a lot, scheduled out. She was supposed to do my tongue, my labrae. But I mean, I kept telling her, be careful with, doing drugs,
Right.
taking things from people, even if you trust them. She didn't listen.
Oh.
And so her best friend gave her a gummy that was laced with fentanyl.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah.
Wow.
But, I mean, shit happens,
Yeah.
basically.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it pushing after that.
For sure. So what's been going, what happened in terms of, let's go back a little bit. I mean, you went to high school
Yeah.
and you graduated,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote.
I was class of 2020. I didn't get a graduation. I basically went into school, dropped off my school laptop, and they handed me my diploma. They didn't do a virtual graduation, nothing. I didn't get to walk across stage, anything.
But they gave you a high school diploma.
I have my diploma,
Yeah.
but it just sucks, going to school all that time, not getting to walk across stage. It just sucks.
And that was during the pandemic.
Yeah, 2020,
2020.
prime pandemic. Yeah, I was told school's getting shut down for 2 weeks, and then never went back.
So were you there during the time of the pandemic where it was just all virtual?
I was there when they started the virtual stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just getting new to it, so everything that I was learning, they just turned into online assignments. I got no teaching, nothing. And the worst part is I just started economics. So I didn't get to go through my economics phase because I was in the, what's it called? The second half of my year. So I just switched from whatever class it was to economics.
Okay.
I was only in there for a couple months.
Oh, okay.
Didn't get to learn a whole lot, and then boom, school shut down. I didn't get to learn anymore. That's why I don't know what the hell that's why I had to learn what insurance, all that is on my own.
Yeah.
How all that works, but
They don't really teach you that aspect in school, unfortunately.
I mean, they started to, but then everything just became paperwork assignments online. So
yeah.
I really got thrown off at the end. My teacher was really down packed on teaching us insurance and credit cards, credit, this and that.
Yeah.
He was like, you guys need to know this. He never got to. So
Damn.
yeah, I had to learn all that on my own, just like everyone else, but at least I had a teacher who cared. But
Now, throughout high school, I mean, what kind of person were you overall? I mean, were you a shy kid? Were you outgoing? Were you like very sporty?
I switched from middle school. I was that bullied kid. Like, I got bullied constantly. But as soon as I switched to high school, my God, I was like that person everyone knew.
Oh, wow.
And then I was in sports. I played football, basketball.
I think I remember that.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I only played soccer in like club and rec outside of high school.
Yeah.
So I was doing that and playing football and stuff at the same time.
Right.
Basketball my senior year, we made the state championship.
Nice,
but
didn't bring it home.
The day of the championship game is when school shut down.
Oh no.
We never got to play the game, so there was no banner hung in the school.
So you guys never really...
We never got to settle it.
Yeah. So
It sucked.
So now you're kind of left with the question of like, what if that championship game would have happened?
I could have been the MVP of that damn game. Like, who knows? Like,
bro, you say that with confidence, and I respect that because confidence goes a long way.
I know who I was.
Okay. Well, once you quote unquote graduated, I mean, what was the plan?Id you want to go to college, or were you trying to figure stuff out?
Yeah, I wanted to. Well, I got accepted into West Virginia University.
Okay.
My dream college.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, not a great dream college because it's the worst party school. But
yeah.
It would have been cool, but I lost my motivation, kind of. Like, I was going through junior year, and I was like, damn, this is tough.
Yeah.
And then I was going through senior year. I was like, this is actually easier. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
And then school shut down.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, fulfillment of walking across stage. And I was like, do I really want to keep doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, no, I don't want to. So here I am, a server in Annapolis.
I mean, dude, at least you have something that brings you income. So if you think about it, that's not bad,
I make good money.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, people love me. So
what can I say? You got a very good winning personality.
Hey.
And when you have a winning personality goes a long way. So
it does indeed, especially in the server business.
Yeah.
And the restaurant business, in order to keep people coming back, just like how I have my regulars.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my regulars because they love my personality.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people I don't even recognize when I'm at work, and they're like, Trevor, how you been, man? And I'm like, when did I serve you?
Right. Or sometimes you might be like just go along with it. Hey, what's up?
What I gotta do.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, how you been?
Right.
I had a table the other night. They were like, oh my God, it's been like a month since we've seen you. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, right.
But I'm just like, yeah, how you been? And then when they left, I'm just like, it was good seeing y'all again.
Right. I hear that.
But I mean, I do have my regulars that I remember. But I mean, I don't know. Interacting with people is very draining, though.
I mean, I can understand where you say that because it's almost like a household chore.
Yeah.
Like,
especially when you gotta do it for like 8 hours a day.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. But I mean, for the most part, it just seems like you kind of have, a certain thing figured out and it's working well in your favor. Mm-hmm. And as long as if it's, working well in your favor, then, why even ask the questions? Just go with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do go with the flow. I mean, I work almost every day. I mean, I'm lucky this week to have 3 days off.
Yeah.
4 technically with Easter.
Easter, yeah.
Because schedules come out Friday. I mean, they're down through to Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky to have 4 days off.
There you go. There you go.
But, I mean, you have your good days, and then there's days where you get nothing but people who are miserable.
Right.
It gets very rough, honestly.
I get that.
Complaints about everything. I mean, even if they don't have a fork on the table.
Okay.
They'll be like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. You see me running from the front of the building, out the back of the building, serving tables outside,
Yep.
coming in, giving you your food, taking your order, with no notepad, by the way. I'm taking orders off of my memory. Everything's right.
Yeah.
I do everything I can. And your complaint is,
There's no fork on the table.
there's no fucking fork.
Damn. I mean, of all things you can complain
They
about.
sit here, and they sit here, and everything's fine. Everything is right. I got them their extra sauces.
Yeah,
I got them their extra side. I even gave them a discount because the chili was 2 degrees colder. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I even gave them a discount. And then I forget to have 1 extra silverware on the table while you're watching me drenched in my hair isn't even sticking up anymore. It's down into my eyes, basically.
Wow, like totally saturated?
Yeah, I am running around doing everything, and I see you watching me through the window outside doing it.
Yeah.
And you want to sit here on a $50 tab and leave me $2.
That is an insult.
It
wow.
is. Meanwhile, I did everything correctly. That's what I mean by it's so hard to deal with people.
Okay.
It's so hard. And it gets kind of draining, but I do love doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, it made me bring out more of my personality talking to them.
Okay.
Like, talking to people. So, I don't know. I do like my profession.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a long term because, I mean, I write, I make music, I do this and that. Like, I have a whole manga written out.
You have a whole manga written out?
I just can't draw.
Oh, man.
Only 3 people know the whole manga, every detail, start to finish. Everything I've heard is, it's fucking amazing.
Dude, let's talk about that creativity, man. I mean, you wrote a manga. You're involved in like, when did the interest of writing your own manga and being something like somewhat involved in music, when did that hit?
Honestly, the music was more of just Corey.
Okay.
Corey got me very deep into my taste of not just music and everything.
Yeah.
My type of people, and then also my type of women. Not Corey. Some friends.
Right. Right.
I'm like, little me was like, okay.
Dude, even as little you were a G. I'm going to give it to you, like, because I felt like, at your young age, you didn't understand the power, but you had women flocking to you, and I was just like, man, wait till he gets older.
And I've gotten older, and it hasn't faded. So,
my guy, wow.
But no, I mean, my creativity when it comes to manga is what I grew up on.
Okay.
I was always one of those anime kids, but I never spanned out and like let anyone know. I was very scared to tell people I was a anime kid because
you were afraid that you were going to be like,
back
stereotyped.
In the day, back in the day, people were like, I'm gonna try to go Super Saiyan or Naruto run through the hallway. No,
Wow.
I found Bleach when I was in preschool.
Okay.
I mean, I got a Bleach neck tattoo, but I mean, I love Bleach. Bleach was my first anime. Not Pokemon, not Yu-Gi-Oh, none of that.
Yeah. Bleach. Yeah.
And then I found One Piece when I was like 5 or 6.
Okay.
I used to stay up to watch Bleach and sneak out of my bedroom down into the living room where Poppy was sleeping to watch Bleach on Adult Swim.
Ooh.
That was risky.
Yeah,
Very risky.
You talk about entering, the enemy lines of no man's land, man.
I remember tiptoeing through the goddamn living room just to get to the kitchen to get some water.
Okay.
I sat in Poppy's chair and would watch Adult Swim Bleach.
Damn.
On 2-volume. Just to stay close and hear what was going on.
Okay.
I loved Bleach. And I'm so glad I waited the whole 10 years for it to return.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Not disappointing at all. Not at all. But One Piece is my favorite.
Nice.
It's my favorite. And then I love JoJo's. JoJo's is peak. Like, as I started growing, I started going on the illegal websites, like when I got my iPad from Corey. I started I started looking up those illegal anime websites.
Oh God!
And I binged everything.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I came to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, R.I.P. High Anime. You were a real one.
Yes.
You're a real one. They just got shut down like a few weeks ago.
Oh.
R.I.P. But One Piece, I watched it 4 times. It's 1,100 plus episodes now.
God damn.
Every time I caught back up, I'd restart.
Oh, wow.
Because then I'd have like another 40 episodes to watch.
Jesus.
So, I mean, but love One Piece, love Bleach, love JoJo's. I didn't watch Naruto until high school. But I still gotta say, Naruto might be the worst in the big 3. But, people who know might come at me, but whatever. Bleach and One Piece are top 2 in the big 3. Most definitely. But Dragon Ball is most definitely the godfather.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon Ball for sure.
Dragon Ball would come on before Bleach on Adult Swim.
Okay.
I stayed up for all of it, and I risked Poppy waking up just to watch it.
and
nobody knew. That's how I knew, I'm sneaky.
Yeah.
I knew I could do what I did.
Dude, it was like kind of like, I always compared you, like, if you remember the show Malcolm in the Middle,
Yeah.
you were Dewey. You could do no wrong. You were innocent, inconspicuous.
Meanwhile, I'm a sneaky bastard.
And all of a sudden you kind of have like this, this alter ego, it's like, but you never showed that alter. I'm like, damn, that dude is that's a lucky jerk right there. Holy cow.
I kept it hidden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poppy never caught me. That's the craziest part.
Well, I mean, he
was deep, but light
deep
sleeper.
Yeah. Well,
He was deep, but there were times where you hear him go, and then go silent.
Yeah.
You got to pause in your spot. You're like, is he about to wake up?
And I remember sometimes he would walk. He would be sleepwalking.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. He'd get up, walk, open the fridge, and then just stay there for a minute. Then come back, sit back down on the couch. Nothing would happen.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Man, that's crazy.
Poppy was really an obstacle for me when I was younger.
I think he was an obstacle for a lot of people.
Yeah, but a lot less for me. But I mean, my obstacle was just trying to watch TV, especially with those lights. My God. I'm surprised I got away with it all those years.
Man, your ninja game is pretty strong, my friend. It really is. It really is.
I knew the creaks in the floor and which parts the floor would creak on.
Yeah.
I had to like avoid that and go by the TV, but then I'd have to avoid directly in front of the TV because of all of the weight, because I knew there would be a loud creak there.
Yeah.
I would have to find the quiet spots in that wooden floor. I was actually like fighting for my life just to watch these episodes.
Damn.
What a time.
Let's talk a little bit about your family life a little bit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we're going from one extreme to another. You basically came from a single parent situation.
Yeah.
Majority wise, raised by your mom. I don't think from what I remember, I don't think your dad was really in the picture, was he?
He never was. I've only met him once in my life.
Okay.
That was like for 4 days back when I was 4.
Okay.
I remember slightly what we did. I mean, he went hunting with his friends one early morning. He got me up. He was playing World of Warcraft on his laptop.
Yeah.
That's like the core memories. He was playing World of Warcraft on his laptop, not giving me much attention at all for the 4 days I've ever met him. And then we went hunting. I remember somewhat the conversation that happened in the tree house that his friends made deep in the forest. I can't remember the words, but I remember his one friend being like, "I will fight you for the deer's heart."
God damn.
Yeah. He's like, "I want that deer heart that they just killed." Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We had deer bacon, all type. I don't remember the taste, but I just remember thinking, this is cool.
Okay.
But then, the next day, I remember he got me a Venom Bionicle. I'm a huge Spider-Man guy.
Okay.
Ever since I was little, fucking love Spider-Man.
I do remember that.
Fucking love Spider-Man. He got me a black suit Tobey Maguire Spider-Man plush at the carnival.
Okay.
And then we went back to his friend's apartment who had a pool table. And they were shooting pool, and he's like, "Hey, try it out." I couldn't even hit the ball. I mean, I was like 3 feet tall at the time.
Right.
But all I remember is playing with that, making that Bionicle, playing with that, and making it fight the Spider-Man plush he got me. Which I still have the plush to this day in storage, but I don't have that Bionicle anymore. Breaks my heart that I don't, because it was so badass.
Damn.
We got them both at the carnival. No, we got the Spider-Man plush from the carnival, and then we went to the arcade for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't remember much of it, but I just know he was like, "Yeah, get that." And but that's all I remember. I don't know.
Where's his whereabouts now, or is that pretty much unknown?
He's in New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little deep right now.
Yeah, no, please, by all means, man. Do what you got to do. No, hold nothing back, brother. Hold nothing back.
Okay. I talked to him back in 2020
Okay.
when I had my whole psych board appearance and stuff. I got out. I lied my way out in 9 hours. I'm honestly a great actor. I think I can do good, but
Possibly there might be a future in it for you, no doubt.
maybe.
No, no doubt.
I mean, I lied my way out. My mom picked me up, and I told her straight up, I'm moving out.
Okay.
And then stayed the night at my grandparents, and then the next day, my uncle, I was supposed to help him, you know, like take apart AC units and stuff, you know, get the copper and stuff out.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you like my new socks? And I had the hospital socks on still. And he was like, when the fuck did you get those? I was like, yesterday.
Oh, God.
He was like, why? I'm like, I tried to, you know, kill myself.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part about that whole situation was my mom denied it. My poppy was supposed to come to where we were living.
Yeah.
And he came and he's like, where's Trevor? And he had to force the answer out of my mom because she was in denial that I tried to do anything. And she was like, oh, the cops just took him away. He's at the hospital now. He was like, why? She was like, oh, he said he wanted to do this and that. Da, 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 da. And he's like, what? And Poppy immediately, you know, got the house phone and tried blowing up my phone and everything because he didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but my uncle was like, you're not staying there anymore. And I was like, I already planned on moving out. My best friend, who actually, the one that passed away,
Yeah.
I was supposed to move in with him.
Right.
And he already cleared out half of his room. He had bunk beds and he had a whole shoe rack, this and that. He moved his dresser over. He's like, I have everything set for you. And I told Keith, like, hey, you know, I'm moving in with my friend. He's like, don't do that. That, like, no matter how close you guys are, that could ruin your guys' friendship.
Yeah.
You know, you never have your personal space. You're together constantly. That'll break you guys apart. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So he turned around and he stayed in my bedroom doorway while I packed my shit. And we went to his place. And I started living there from there on.
Okay.
For like the next 6 months.
Okay.
And then I mean, it was a really rough time, you know, adjusting to being able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Be able to work. My mom wouldn't let me work. Yeah, she wouldn't. Unless she approved of it. Yeah.
Do you realize how many mothers would be like so psyched for their kids to start working?
Yeah.
Because that way you're not depleting their supply.
She wanted to control me. That's the thing. And she brainwashed me to the point where I thought I was stuck there. That's why I got so deep and thought, you know, the only way out was, you know, offing myself. So
What was her reasoning to treat you so?
I don't. Well, she's a paranoid schizophrenic.
Okay.
She never got medicated. She never went to the doctor. So
she never saw a psychiatrist or went to
No,
a
she denied
a mental
it
health
all.
support group. Or
she
nothing?
was diagnosed but didn't do anything
Wow.
about it.
Wow.
Yeah. And so everything, obviously, all the conspiracy shit in her head came out on the only other person in the household, which was me.
Jesus.
So I got degraded and hurt constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got cornered constantly. And that started happening as soon as we moved out of Nana and Poppy's.
Where were you living at the time? Were you living in Dundalk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the townhouse. And I mean, I was sneaking out doing shit just to get money because she wasn't working for 2 years. I'm not going to say what I was doing, but you can probably assume what I was doing.
Well, hey, we'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I was coming home from school, you know, taking a nap, waking up at like 11 p.m., going out until like 3 a.m., come back from Baltimore City.
Yep.
And then, because I had people that were out there and depended on me to, you know, do stuff.
Yeah, to get this money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would come back and then lay down for like an hour and then get up at 6 a.m. and 6:30 my bus came for high school. So
yeah.
I was going out doing all that, and I mean, it got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. And here I am now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, moved out of my uncle's, not on a good note, but not against my uncle, more so, yeah. But here I am.
What is the whereabouts of your mom right now? Is she still in Dundalk? I mean, where is she at?
I really don't want to speak on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you kicked her out of the door. Not.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, you're good on that.
Yep, I'm good on that.
Okay.
Yeah. But
When did you know that that the stuff that she was doing was causing you more harm than good, and that you needed to make a better change for yourself?
the day I had my attempt.
The day that you... Okay.
Yeah, the day of. Alright, I'm gonna go into detail of what happened.
Sure.
So, my bedroom, you walk into the townhouse, you go up, you look forward, there's a door, right? And then there's a staircase right next to that door. Mm-hmm. That door was my bedroom.
Okay.
You go up that staircase, straight to the left is the bathroom. I left my hair gel bottle on the back of the toilet. I was on the game. You know, when I'm on the game, I have one earphone off so
Yeah.
I can hear what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was scared. Out of nowhere, I hear this boom explosion right outside my door. I take my headset off. I open the door. It was the hair gel bottle I left on the back of the toilet.
Oh.
She threw it down the stairs at the wall.
Wow.
I look up. I see her charging down the stairs. I try to close my door. My door didn't have a doorknob. My doorknob was broken off.
Okay.
I couldn't close the door
Right.
or lock it.
Okay.
She came down the stairs. She bursted in. I jump across the bed. I'm like, get the fuck back. I'm terrified. You know, she's coming for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she like flips the bed at me, and then she tries coming around the edge of the bed to come towards me, and I managed to like get by the bed and slide over the box spring
Yep.
and get out of the room. And she comes back out, and she got so like delayed, she got in my face and was like, what the fuck were you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. I was fucking terrified. And then I sit here and I'm like, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean to leave it there. It was all about a hair gel bottle.
Yeah.
That's all it was. The hair gel bottle. She was so far gone that she was losing her mind over a hair gel bottle. I mean, that's why I left one earphone off constantly, because I wanted to hear if she was coming. It was terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
And I managed to get her to back off. I went back into my room. You know, I pushed my mattress back onto my bed. You know, my box spring and shit. I was in a PlayStation party the whole time with my best friends, you know, Jamel and Shaheen. Mm-hmm. They know the whole story. I mean, they heard it all go down. And they're like, yo, Trev, like, what's wrong? What's wrong, T? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done. I told him straight up, I'm done.
Wow.
And I just started listening to my music, and then I wrote out a letter, sent it to my friend group and everything. And then my next door neighbor in Dundalk was the fucking police station. So, I mean, they were right next door. The first person who called was him, my best friend. And 30 seconds later, there's a knock on my bedroom door. It's the fucking police. And they take me out in handcuffs.
What?
And they take me to the hospital and put me in the psych ward. And the worst part is that my best friend stopped me from doing it.
Yeah.
But he then went on to do it himself. He hung himself.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the part that breaks my heart the most.
Did you get like any family support from Nana, Corey, Keith?
Nana, Corey, and Keith, everyone was there for me.
Right.
My mom didn't want to believe it. My mom didn't believe I was going to do anything.
So what did they, like, how did they respond to your mom when it came to that?
They were like, what the fuck is she thinking?
Right.
You know, why is she, you know, sitting here denying it when literally the police found a knife on your bed ready to, you know, slit my own wrist and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was a crazy time. And it's crazy to think this was 6 years ago and I'm still here.
I mean, the fact that that was 6 years ago and you're here right now means that you still have a purpose in life, man. You know, and
my best friend saved my life. He did.
Yeah.
And that's why I forever love him.
Yeah.
And he will always be in my heart.
I'm with that 100%. Which again goes back to the thing where, like, you know, you still have a purpose in life. You know, until your purpose has been met, then you can say, all right, well, then it's time to go. But you still have a reason, and you still have, you know, you're about to be 24. You have your whole life.
I'll be 24 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Holy
you're gonna be 24 tomorrow, man.
Damn.
So, if you think about it, you really beat the odds. You know, and I'm glad that you're beating the odds, and I'm glad that you're still in the damn ring, still fucking fighting. You know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You know.
Damn.
It sucks to, you know, to hear, you know, all the negative stuff that's been happening to you, because, you know, you were, you know, to me, you were a cool little kid, man. You were just trying to find your way.
And I've been doing my own thing again, trying to do that since I was 18.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
and
I feel like I got the shit end of the stick, but I'm trying to keep fighting, you know?
Well, you know, they always say that, you know, in order to, you know, get the rewards, you have to go through a little bit of hell. And unfortunately, you went through hell in your own way. But at least, let's say, for, you know, in the world of sports, in this analogy, fucking Lamar Jackson gave you the ball and you ran with it.
Fucking love Lamar Jackson.
That's my dude, man.
Don't get... Oh,
that's my fucking dude, man. They try to make you a running back? Nah.
They try to make him a wide receiver.
A wide receiver, yeah.
That is a QB, and that's my QB.
That you know...
That is my QB.
Number 8's got a place in Baltimore forever and a day.
Forever. Even if he leaves, by all means, I don't blame him, because Baltimore has done nothing but let him down. But John Harbaugh, the terrorist, is gone.
He's gone,
so,
yeah.
He's gone.
Good luck with the Giants, man.
Good luck in New York, man.
The only thing I hate about it is that he took Pat Ricard with him and Isaiah Likely.
Likely.
Oh, my God. I was like, why? Oh my God.
I saw that Isaiah Likely notification.
I was so ticked
My
off,
chest
dude.
was hurting.
I was going to cry. I was like, no. Anywhere but there. Anywhere but there. You could have been with the Steelers, and I would have been a little hurt, but I would have been all right with it.
You went back to John Harbaugh, of all people.
No. Oh, man.
The person that has wasted 9 years of Lamar.
Yeah.
Like,
and the only thing that you had to show for it was that you got to the AFC Championship one time out of the 9 years.
Even if Lamar had that, double coverage pick, okay, he had it. It happened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even then, Isaiah Likely called for the ball, and then he even got pushed down before the ball was even halfway there.
Yep.
I mean, it was pass interference, but, it's the Chiefs. It's not going to get called. It's not going to get called.
No.
But, I mean, even if you... I'm just going to say, screw it. Count the pick. Count the pick. I mean, count it. It happened. Zay Flowers fumbled.
Yeah.
Before he got into the end zone.
Yeah, he did.
I mean... And then even people blame Lamar for us missing the playoffs. How?
Not his fault.
That man's...
Not his fault.
And the thing is, Isaiah Likely made the clutch catch.
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely made that play. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then Tyler... Honestly, I'm not pissed at Tyler
Lindenbaum.
Linderbaum?
Are you talking about Tyler Lindenbaum, the center, or are you talking about
Tyler Loop, the kicker?
Oh, Tyler Loop. Okay.
Yeah, the kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He missed the field goal, but if anything, I'm grateful he did. I'm grateful. John Harbaugh's gone. He's fucking gone. Honestly, he saved the franchise, if anything. So, hey.
I'm just kind of waiting to see what the new season will be like with the Ravens now, knowing that we got a new coach.
Which is defensive minded, and he's calling defensive plays, which John Harbaugh called no plays.
Right.
So I'm fucking ready, if anything.
And the certain players now that we had to replace, we're still waiting on what's going to happen with the draft. Who are we drafting?
Yeah.
So again, there's a lot of questions.
We should draft another edge rusher, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think we should double up. We got Trey Hendrickson. I mean, there's a reason we backed out for Max Crosby and nobody else has offered a trade. I mean, people now are offering trades for Max Crosby.
Sure.
But it speaks volumes that, no other trade has been determined because he failed his physical with the Ravens.
Yeah.
But I was in heaven when I found out that trade was happening, and then I was outside of Little Caesars with my ex. I open up Instagram and I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, the trade's not going through. And I dropped to my knees.
God damn.
And lit up a cig. But no, I mean, if anything, I'm kind of happy because if the Ravens didn't find what we need in him when it comes to physical wise, medical conditions.
Yep.
I mean, he was out for the Raiders last season too for a good portion.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can understand that. But we got Trey Hendrickson.
I think that was a good acquisition.
That was a great acquisition. I mean, still one of the top pass rushers in the league.
Yep.
That's what the Ravens have needed on defense. I mean, excluding, having Zach Orr running a great defense but doesn't know how to read an offense.
Yeah.
We have an idiot at defensive coordinator, basically. But thankfully, he is gone. And we have a defensive-minded coach. And we have Trey Hendrickson, the edge rusher we've always said. Mike McDonald made Jadeveon Clowney, old man, have 10-plus sacks in a season.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Back with he was the first, this was the first defense in history that triple crowned when it came to the top statistics in defense, turnovers, yards allowed per game
Yup.
and points allowed per game
Yup.
with Mike McDonald. And we sat here and extended John Harbaugh and let Mike McDonald go to Seattle, and look what he has, a ring.
Jeez.
A ring. Imagine. But there is no imagining anymore.
No.
Because we got Jesse Minter. We can do what we want.
Yep.
We can do what we want. He has Lamar Jackson. He respects Lamar Jackson. Everyone loves Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
except for the media. The media shits on Lamar Jackson. But,
Yeah, do they ever?
oh my God. Lamar Jackson could have a perfect game, but if they lose, it's his fault.
Oh yeah, it's open season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will
Absolutely.
ask the dumbest questions that they know will piss Lamar off, but Lamar has to keep a good
But
attitude.
Lamar
anyways.
is still so humble,
Yeah,
and he keeps himself together.
Yeah.
That it's like, how can you hate him?
you can't. You can't.
We know why. We know why. We know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Josh Allen can have a 4 turnover playoff game. Actually, 5 turnover playoff game.
Right. But he won't be vilified.
He barely got vilified for that.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson did that,
Oh.
oh,
The world's over. Like time to, at this point is standing still.
put him on a cross and burn him.
Yeah, oh God. Oh Jesus.
That's
God.
what they do. That's what they would do.
Oh man. Oh wow. I'm really looking forward to the new season. I
am too.
I want to go to a game this season.
I do too. Do you
Yeah.
want to go together?
I'm down. The last time I went, true story, Thanksgiving. It was the Thanksgiving game where the Ravens were playing the Bengals at home.
Did
At
they wear
home.
the all purple with the gold numbers?
I believe that they did.
Was this a couple years ago?
No, this was this past season.
Oh, so they played the Bengals. Okay.
Yeah,
I think.
at M&T. Yeah, on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and man, that was cold that night. Oh God, I was wearing the wrong
lost,
stuff.
Man, I can't believe that.
Yeah, they gave that one up.
John Harbaugh classic.
I can't. Like, I had a friend of mine who I knew from the karate school, who since then moved to North Carolina, but was coming back to Annapolis for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he's a big Bengals fan because that's where he was born and raised before he lived in Annapolis. And he was like, yo, do you want to go to the game? I'm like, if you're really trying to go, you better let me know right now. Otherwise, I'm just going to watch it at home. No problem.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I want to go. I'm like, okay, say less. We're going to do it.
I watched the Thanksgiving game at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And man, the only good thing besides seeing my friend at the game was going to the new Ravens all-pro shop that's outside of M&T Bank Stadium.
Because they completely renovated everything.
Yeah,
And then
but
they
dude,
redid
that
the shops,
Ravens
everything.
store is fantastic. It's even the one inside of M&T Bank Stadium is even better. That's like over at the section 140 section. But man, the one outdoors that's like open 7 days a week. I'm like, man, this is fantastic. My only complaint is that they don't sell the authentic Baltimore Ravens jerseys, like the ones that they wear on the field. They're like, oh no, you got to go to Fan Zone or NFLshop.com for that one. I'm like,
I mean, even NFL Shop, they just sell the bullshit jerseys still.
yeah.
So, you can't get the authentic unless you get it off the player. Like,
Unless you like literally go on the field and rob them of the jersey.
or if you go on fucking eBay and drop like $600 and get a jersey.
I'm not going to do that. No way. No way.
I have like 20 Ravens jerseys. I even have a Super Bowl 42 Ray Lewis black jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
With the patch and everything, fully stitched.
Yeah.
They don't make stitched jerseys anymore.
Unfortunately, not unless it's an actual authentic jersey, but even
If
still.
you get it off the players.
But now everything's like, iron pressed numbers, which pisses me off.
Which, I
because-
mean, they have 3D printed, but it's like...
Yeah. No, I know. I'm with
It's
you.
bullshit.
It is bullshit. You're right. You're
but I
completely right. You're completely right.
I still have my, you remember 2019, the 100, anniversary
Yes!
of the NFL?
Yes.
I have that black Lamar jersey.
Oh, no kidding.
I do. Fully
Oh.
stitched, everything. It's awesome.
Oh, you
I
lucky
wear it.
bastard. You lucky
I
bastard.
got it off eBay for like $70.
Oh, you lucky bastard. Oh, man.
I got it like 4 years ago.
Brother, I love you, but I hate you right now. That's oh, man. That's good, though. That's awesome.
It's fucking amazing. I can't lie.
Dude,
But
how long do you think it'll take for the Ravens to actually win another one? If you were to guess.
if we don't win it this year, then I would say, even if Derrick Henry retired, no, we got rid of Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, we got rid of Keaton again. Another goal. We can't
Even
catch
if
a
Derrick
break, man.
If Derrick Henry retired and we had Keaton Mitchell, I would say the year, not this year, but the year after. But honestly, without Keaton Mitchell, if we draft a running back this season, late in the rounds, which we might, since we lost Keaton Mitchell, I would say, if not this season, the next, because Jesse Minter would be a second-year head coach.
Yeah.
We'd be, going back with the people we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, if not this year, next year. I'm not putting full faith into this year because, first year coaching staff, everything, coordinators. But we have Derrick Henry and Lamar fucking Jackson.
Man.
And Jesse Minter does nothing but glaze Lamar Jackson, so he's not John Harbaugh. I need to see how the first half of the season goes
Yeah.
to see how he treats the run game with Derrick Henry at hand. Keep in mind, Lamar was out. John Harbaugh finally decided, let's run the ball.
Yeah, right.
Derrick Henry got 200 yards against Green Bay.
Yeah.
We need to do that every
damn game.
Every fucking game.
Yeah.
Especially with Lamar in. Who cares if Lamar wins MVP or not?
I agree on that.
Derrick Henry is Derrick fucking Henry.
The only thing that's the Achilles heel is that as soon as they know that he's going to run it, then they start making a wall.
Yeah.
Which is for Derrick Henry is impossible
But if
to
they
break
make
through.
a wall, you just keep it pushing.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, they did the first thing for the first time. Derrick Henry's been with the Ravens against Green Bay. He had 36 fucking carries. That's what we need to do every time. At least 20 to 25 carries with Derrick Henry a game.
Yep.
They gave him 36. He went back to his high school days and busted through Green Bay. Even though they didn't have Micah Parsons.
Right.
Which feeds even more to, if they had Micah Parsons, they would still give it to Derrick fucking Henry.
Yeah.
Because then Micah Parsons would be on Lamar Jackson's ass. Even if he can get out of it, you need to feed a top 5, in my opinion, a top 5 running back all time.
Yeah.
You need to. That's a Hall of Fame running back, and you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. Run read option every goddamn play.
Right.
Run read option every goddamn play.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson can win a game with Derrick Henry with no passing yards, honestly.
Yeah.
They can just constantly switch off. They could both have 150 every fucking game.
Yeah, correct.
But we had John Harbaugh as a coach. The most blown leads in NFL history, and Giants fans are going to realize, even if they're on the come up with their young core, it's John Harbaugh. It's John Harbaugh.
I can't, man. Yeah, it's John Harbaugh.
Fuck.
It's John Harbaugh, man.
I've wanted him gone for 10 fucking years.
You know, we finally got it.
I threw burgers on the grill when I got the notification he got fired.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
I was at work and I jumped up and down for joy, hugging my manager like he's gone.
Wow.
I have waited for this.
Yeah.
It's a new start for the Ravens, honestly. Like I said, if they don't win this season, I think the season after, they got it.
Okay.
Most definitely. At least Super Bowl bound
I can see
in the next 2 years.
I can see that. In
In the next 2 seasons, they are most definitely Super Bowl bound.
But here's the but. You know, you got to get your boys healthy. They cannot be injured.
Yeah, I feel like that's why we were down, in the hole this year. Lamar got injured.
That injury. Yeah,
Lamar did good the last few years, not getting injured.
Yeah.
But then, they fell on his fucking knee. He got the hamstring. He came back. I mean, people say, oh, he's washed, this and that. No. The man was injured and even playing, coming off a hamstring injury.
Yeah, that's not easy.
You don't bounce back in a single game or 2 games.
Right.
But, I mean, even then, you take into account that Steelers game alone.
Yeah.
He created plays that kept us in position to win that game.
Yeah.
He alone put us in the position for that field goal.
Yeah.
Tyler Luke just missed it. But I'm kind of glad he missed it.
Yeah.
Because John Harbaugh's gone.
Yeah.
Literally 4 days later, like I said, I was at work. I saw the news on the TV. John Harbaugh fired. I hugged my manager and kicked my feet in the fucking air.
and then what happened a few days later? Mike Tomlin resigns. He's no longer a coach for the Steelers.
Yep, because they lost the playoff game. Yep.
That threw me. I was like, what?
It's so crazy. The Steelers have not won a playoff game since Obama was in office.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
in the playoffs that whole time.
Yeah.
Just to never win a single fucking game.
Yeah.
I was sitting there jumping up. I was at the bar watching that game, and every single defensive play that was made, pick 6, I was jumping for joy.
Damn.
I was like, fuck the Steelers.
Yeah, right.
Y'all are not winning a playoff game.
Hell no.
And now the worst part is they have Mike McCarthy as their head coach.
Oh.
And they went from, regular playoff,
Yeah.
people. Now they're just in hell.
Dude, it's like, they gave you a fucking Ferrari, and all of a sudden now they gave you a Ford Pinto. It's, good luck, because, I wouldn't want to ride in that car.
Oh, Lord. They gave you a...
They gave you a Ford Pinto. You had a great Ferrari.
They gave you a 2006 Ford Focus.
Yeah. Dude, it's like, it does not compute. Like, my God, really? Come on now. Come on.
You went from a Honda Civic, making it work, like a 2002 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Making it work, doing this and that.
Yeah.
Then you just jumped the bridge to a fucking Ford Focus.
Oh, like, Jesus.
Come on, man. Like,
I got nothing else to say. I mean, the only thing I hope our boys get their act together and could have a winning
Lamar
season.
is locked in, so
he's got to be.
Derrick Henry's always locked in. Derrick Henry is the GOAT.
Dude, I saw recent videos of Derrick Henry just working out for the preseason, just like lifting weights,
lifting fucking 350, 400.
I'm like, God damn, dude.
It's Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a monster, bro.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean, he's 30 plus. I mean, hell, even not this past season, the season before, he almost had 2,000 yards, and the only reason he didn't is because John Harbaugh didn't play him the second half of the fucking game. He had 3 carries in the second half for the whole second half of the season.
Again, glad that John Harbaugh's out of there. Johnny, good luck with the Giants, but I don't think it's going to get
I don't
any
wish
better.
him good luck. I wish him nothing but the worst. I hate John Harbaugh.
Wow.
I hate him.
Way to stick it in the heart, man.
He deserves it. After what he did to Lamar Jackson's career.
Die! Boom!
Yes, please. Every week, looking at him make that dumbass face with his hands on his head. Oh my God. It melted my fucking heart.
Yeah.
You either see that or you see Lamar Jackson throw his helmet, you know the game's over.
Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah. When you see Lamar Jackson pissed off, there's no going back.
Yeah, no,
that's pretty
not
much
at
done.
all. It's like, and there are times where it's been his fault, but that was in the past.
Yeah.
But overall, his team and coaching staff lets him down.
Yeah.
Which is why I wouldn't blame him for leaving Baltimore.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
dude, he's the best thing that happened in that organization.
I mean, you got Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and then Lamar Jackson, in my opinion.
Okay.
The
I'll give
three
you that.
greatest players to ever touch a franchise, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, even just Ray Lewis and Ed Reed alone, but you have a QB like Lamar Jackson. Imagine all of them together.
Wait, don't if we're going to the history books, don't forget Jonathan Ogden.
I'm not forgetting Ogden. I'm not forgetting Haloti Ngata. I'm not forgetting Terrell Suggs. I'm not forgetting Jacoby Jones.
Right.
I'm not forgetting even Derek Weddle.
Marshall Yonda.
Yeah. Marshall Yonda. Yeah. Okay, you got that. Yeah.
that was the dude right there.
Marshall Yonda, my little ginger.
Yeah. And dude, if you see
a big ginger.
and if you've seen a picture of him recently, he's shredded weight. I'm like, God, dude, you're not even
Retirement's done him good.
No, has it ever?
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, dude, you're not even the same person anymore.
No.
It's you're if it was a Slim Fast commercial, you'd be the spokesperson.
I mean,
but he was saying, sauna and diet, a lot of exercise. But
my favorite comeback is when Bills fans try to come at the Ravens and stuff.
Yep.
It's like, we were a team for 6 years, not even 5 years, and won a Super Bowl before y'all even ever did.
They haven't.
They went to 4 Super Bowls in a row.
That's right.
And lost
in the 80s,
all of them.
And lost all of them. Yeah. I remember that. The days of Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith. Come on, God. You had 4 opportunities back to back to back to back, and you blew it away.
One.
One of them was against the Redskins.
Literally.
What? The Redskins. Again. What? Now, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of respect for the Redskins back in the day, and Coach Joe Gibbs, but the Redskins. What? Okay. All right. I will say I think that some time in Josh Allen's career with the Bills, I do believe he will get a Super Bowl. It's just not going to be now, but I think he will eventually.
I think he had his chance with Stephon Diggs, but he just had to go up against, the prime Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, all that, Travis Kelce.
That was always their kryptonite. They could never get past them.
What's crazy? Lamar Jackson may have a worse record against Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen has never won an overtime game.
No, that's right. That's right.
He's 0-7?
7.
Oh my God! I don't get me wrong. I like Josh Allen as a person.
Yeah, as a person, he's a great guy.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
he runs the Bills media page. I've been watching their TikTok for years. He's such a brain rot demon, but the media gives him too much credit and doesn't shame him enough for what he does wrong in games.
True.
If Lamar Jackson did half of what he does when Josh Allen loses or gets eliminated, oh my God, they lynch him. Like,
Jesus.
they don't hold Josh Allen to that standard.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson gets held to the highest standard you can imagine. When they lose, even if he has a 300 passing yard game with like 50 rushing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, Lamar Jackson's the problem. I mean, fuck that. 3 passing touchdowns, a single fumble.
Yep.
It's all his fault.
Yep. It's all his fault.
It's all his fault.
Yep.
Oh my God, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick selfie right over here. What up for the one time? Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude! It has been awesome to have you on the show and just to, catch up and just kind of ended up with football talk. It's freaking incredible.
I love talking football,
dude. Ravens have our heart. They really
Absolutely.
do, and we are the epitome of like Ravens fans, dude. Like seriously, like yes, fuck the Steelers. I'm going to say it right now. Yeah,
fuck the Steelers.
I mean, the only time that you're going to catch me over in Pittsburgh is because I probably went to a karate tournament over there, but no, I'm
or a Ravens game.
or Ravens versus Steelers game, but I don't think you'll really catch me on unless the city of Pittsburgh has a mean food scene, and I would be open to that. I can't. Yeah,
Which they don't. Philly overtakes.
I love Philadelphia, dude. I love Philadelphia. I legit. I think it's a great
love Philly,
city.
but not the team.
Well, yeah. I like Philadelphia, the city. I can't, even though I'm not an Eagles fan, but then again, they don't apply to me because, that's NFC. I'm more of an AFC guy. I like the city, but, as sports fans, the city of, Philadelphia, whether it's the Eagles, whether if it's the Philadelphia Flyers, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Philadelphia Phillies of baseball, y'all are some
the Phillies.
y'all are some y'all on a different tax bracket. That's all I'm going to say, dude. Y'all are on a different tax bracket. I love the city and I love the people, but you fans are on a different tax bracket.
And they got Rocky.
I do like. You know what? Legit. Every time that I go to Philadelphia, I always see the statue. I take a picture with it. You know what I mean? I always go to Jim's Steaks over in the corner of 4th and South Street, which is literally when you walk out, it's right across Philadelphia Eddie's Tattoo Parlor. Yeah, and it's cool. I literally no BS. For my where I work at, Friday, yesterday, I was making a delivery for my work company, and I was actually shipping some stuff all the way from our office near the Washington D.C. area, and I drove like literally a city in New Jersey, which is about 30 to 40 minutes outside of Philadelphia, and I got to say, I had to make that pit stop, man. I just had to go ahead and do my thing and yada, yada, yada. And I think that my man is actually, I think he had to go to the restroom. So, yeah. Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be the cue, man, that I have to end it right now. I really do. What a great episode. What a great episode. I am really glad that I had the chance to hang out with Trevor J and to just see the metamorphosis of the young boy that I used to know into the young man that he is today. Definitely going through, he went through a lot. He battled through a lot. And he's still living his life, and he's still, seeing the other side of what's happening on that side of the road. And I'm glad, for him that he's living, he's breathing, he's moving, he's working hard, he's doing everything that he possibly can. That he wrote his, first manga, although he doesn't do illustration. He's involved in music in certain avenues, and he's liking it, and he's just loving life, man. And I think that Trevor right now is the epitome of just like living life, trying to do the best that you can, put in the hard work, and just being an all-around great person, a great dude. And if you know Trevor J, then you have to understand that he is a good guy. He really is a good guy. He works hard. He tries his best. Yeah, he's gone through a lot, and with certain negative forces that tried to drag him down. But you know what? My man is still living. He's still breathing. He's still fighting. And he's still trying to enjoy life. And my hat's off to him. He really is. So, that being said, I want to say that, Trevor J, I'm very proud of that young man. He's good. I think he's going to do great things. He's got potential in life, and he can only go up from here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and close it. It has been awesome to make more content for you guys. Let me go ahead and do the closing notes because we pretty much have to shut it down. But again, it was a great time. Oh shoot, the prodigal son has come back.
Back just in time.
How was the trip to the restroom, man?
Relieving.
Oh, there you go. No, I was just about to say we were about to wrap it up, but now that you're here in the flesh, I just wanted to say, great having you here on the podcast, man. I know that you definitely went through a lot, but you fought hard, and you still managed to walk through the other side of that cave at its darkest time, and you saw the light. And the fact that you're doing your thing, man. You wrote a manga. You're doing stuff with music, which you enjoy. You're living your life. You're working hard, and you're trying to find purpose, dude. I'm proud of you. Like, I'm seriously proud of you, and that's no BS either. Like, seriously.
I greatly appreciate that,
yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, dude, you become, like, seriously, the young boy that I knew into, a great young man trying to find his way. So, just know that if you need anything, hit me up. I'll do the best I can for you.
I always will.
My guy.
Thank you.
My guy.
It was nice meeting y'all, though. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Hey, your open invitation if you ever want to come and run it back again for a round 2.
I'm down again.
Yeah.
So,
my guy.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Yeah.
Dizzy, Trevor, whatever y'all want to go by. It's been good.
My guy. Ladies and gentlemen, now that officially has wrapped it up, so let's just go ahead and give you the proper closing notes. You would think after 5 seasons that we got it down right. Probably not. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and find your guy over on Facebook. Just look me up under the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience, and that'll be good. We are also on other social media platforms, such as we are on Twitter, now known as X, and on Instagram. Go ahead and find me under the tag name at TKHPC Experience, all in one word, lowercase letters. You follow me, and we'll follow you back. We are on 6 podcasting platforms. One more time, 6 podcasting platforms that we belong on: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. Please like, follow, and subscribe to our podcast on all of those mentioned podcasting platforms. Do your boy a favor. If you have Spotify, please give this podcast show a 5-star rating. If you have Apple Podcasts, which for anybody that's an iPhone owner, an iPad owner, a MacBook Pro owner, yes, you do get Apple Podcasts for free. Just please give me a 5-star ranking once again and a positive written review, because the more times that you do that for both Spotify and Apple Podcasts, then the podcast will be thrown over to the front lines, and somebody might notice it, and they might be like, oh snap, it's the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience. I heard my boy Glenn talk about it. He was a big fan of it. Maybe we should give it a chance, listen to it, like, follow, and subscribe. Yes, and yes. Definitely do appreciate that. Also, if you can promote the podcast on your social media pages. Again, you guys have Facebook and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. There is the Snapchat. There is TikTok, and whatever avenues that there are on social media. If it's out there and you can promote it, please promote it that way. Or talk to people in person that you know, family members, friends, co-workers, neighbors, constituents, the dude that stinks like a bunch of trash cans that just walks across the street. Let him know, and let him know about what I do here. It's incredible. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a special guest on the show, if you want to be a special guest, co-host, if you have any questions for my solo episodes when I do my Q&A form, or if you have any constructive criticism, please give me a shout. My email, the KimHoangPodcastExperience@gmail.com. Whatever the subject is, put it in the subject area, and then the body of the email, write out whatever it is that you want to write out, and then hit that send button, and I will get that email, and I will probably get back with you within like a day or two. So but that being said, guys, thank you for another lovely moment and just hanging out with me here on the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience. Please be safe out there. Be safe and do well in life and make good decisions. Life is too short. So, we don't want you to do anything that would jeopardize yourself and that you'd be thrown in a pine box and getting buried 6 feet under. We don't want that to happen because, we think that, you should be healthy, you should be happy, you should be living life, you should be thriving and getting yours. You know what I mean? Because,
you are worth it.
Yes, you are worth it. 100%. You are worth it because, you deserve to get your opportunity and your fair share in the sun. If anybody else tells you that you're not worth it, that you're a POS and, this and this and that is that, just give them the middle finger and hit them with the sweet chin music, Shawn Michaels style. You know what I mean? Pat! One time for the one time. Whether if you want DX Shawn Michaels or, HBK Shawn Michaels or the Rockers Shawn Michaels with Marty Jannetty, either way.
We going cocaine Shawn Michaels.
He was a crazy bastard, that one. He really was. So, just be safe, guys, and just know that we're here and we love you and we'll support you. So that being said, for the one time here over at the KU Dungeon in Annapolis Junction, Maryland, and for my guest, Trevor J AKA Tizzy's in the house. This is your boy Kim Hoang, the Asian sensation. I am the host with the most, the man with the plan, the guy that can bring the power within the hour, the dude with the right attitude. And the guy is so nice, I did it twice, saying thank you, arigato. We're going to do it again with another episode of the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience. It's been real, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. God bless y'all. But we got to go ahead and leave and get this money. So we are out of here, guys. Love y'all. Be safe. Be well. And we'll catch you on the next one.
We out.
Peace.